Wholesale Sparta.
Hey, what's up? If you are considering purchasing your first home, or if you know someone who is looking to buy, please share this with them. I have compiled an extensive list of the 20 most frequently asked questions my customers have asked me over my career. I'm a real estate broker here in Tampa, Florida with 23 years of experience. I'm hoping this video can clear up any questions or confusion you might have about the home buying process. If you live anywhere in Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas, or the surrounding counties, I would love to hear from you directly and help guide you through the process. Let's get started. Question number 1. How much home can I afford? Your affordability depends on factors like your income, debt, credit score, down payment, and current interest rates. A general rule of thumb is to spend no more than 30% of your monthly income on housing. Number 2, what is the first step in home buying? Typically, the first step is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. This helps you understand your budget and shows sellers that you are a serious, committed buyer. 3, how much down payment do I need? Most conventional loans require 5% down, but there are programs like FHA loans that allow as little as 3.5%. VA and USDA loans are eligible for 0%, and there are assistance grants that will allow you to buy a house with very little down. You're still going to need a few $1,000s to cover the deposit, inspection, and appraisal, so at a minimum, you should have some money saved up to get into your new home. Question number 4. What is the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval? Pre-qualification, or pre-qual, is an estimate of how much you can borrow based on unverified information. Pre-approval is a more in-depth process where your lender will collect documents like your pay stubs, W-2s, and your bank statements and give you an accurate loan amount. 5. How long does the home buying process take? The process can take anywhere from 30 to 90 days, depending on the market, loan type, or any issues that might arise during the inspection or underwriting process. If you're renting now, the best plan is to at least begin the pre-approval process sooner than later, especially if you need some credit help. Question 6, do I need a real estate agent? Actually, no, it's not required, but having an experienced real estate agent can help you navigate the complexities of a buying process, negotiate deals, and handle all of the paperwork. This is the biggest transaction of your life, so it would be kind of crazy to try and figure this out on your own, if you ask me. More so, the seller typically pays for the cost of your buyer's agent, although this can vary from one property to the next. 7. What are closing costs? They typically range from between 2 to 4% of the loan amount, and they include fees for the lender, title insurance, appraisal, and home inspection, as well as other expenses related to finalizing the purchase. Our goal will be to get the seller to cover some or most of these so you don't have to come out of pocket to cover them. Number 8, what should I look for during a home inspection? First of all, we have experienced licensed inspectors that we will recommend, and you can hire anyone you want as long as they are licensed. They will look for issues with the foundation, roof, plumbing, electrical, as well as signs of water damage or structural problems. They're going to prepare a report so that we can request that the seller either fix those issues or give you some sort of a credit or a reduction in the home price. Number 9, how does my credit score affect buying a home? Your credit score impacts your mortgage interest rate and your loan approval. A higher score will generally get you a better rate, while a lower score may require you to pay a higher interest rate or come up with a larger down payment. Typically, the rule of thumb is that you'll need at least a 620 credit score in order to qualify, unless you have a significant down payment. I have seen FHA loans get approved for people as low as a 580 credit score, but this is not typical. Number 10, what is mortgage insurance? This protects the lender in case you default on the loan, and it is typically required if your down payment is less than 20% of the purchase price. Number 11, what is a buyer's market? What's a seller's market? In a buyer's market, there are more homes for sale than buyers, which can lead to lower prices and more negotiating power for buyers. In a seller's market, demand exceeds supply, making it harder to negotiate as a buyer. 12, what is an earnest money deposit? This is made by the buyer once the purchase contract is signed to show that the buyer is serious about purchasing the home. It is typically 1 to 3% of the purchase price, held by the title company, and then it will be applied towards the down payment or your closing costs at the final settlement. 13, can I back out of a deal after making an offer? Yes, but depending on the contract terms, you may lose your earnest money deposit. But there are usually contingencies like financing, appraisal, or inspection that allow for backing out, and your deposit will be refunded completely. 14, what is an appraisal and why is it important? An appraisal is an independent estimate of the home's value, usually required by lenders to ensure the loan amount does not exceed the home's value. It also protects buyers from overpaying and typically occurs after the inspections are done. 15, what should I know about property taxes? Well, they vary by location and they're typically based on the home's assessed value. As a first-time buyer, it's almost guaranteed that you'll be required by your lender to have this included in your monthly mortgage payment, so you won't have to worry about that. 16, what is escrow? Escrow is a third-party account where funds are held during the home buying process. It is often used to hold the earnest money, down payments, and then closing costs until the closing is finalized. Number 17, how do I choose the right mortgage lender? You should look for a lender that has competitive rates, good customer service, and transparent fees. It's also helpful to get multiple quotes so you can compare offers. If you work with me or my team, we have top-notch mortgage professionals that we will connect you with. 18, should I get a fixed rate or adjustable rate mortgage? Well, a fixed rate mortgage helps keep the same interest rate for the life of the loan and offers stability. But an ARM has an interest rate that can change after initial period, but it will typically be lower than a 30-year fixed rate, so your payments can be lower. Number 19, can I buy a home with student loan debt? Yes, but your debt to income ratio, DTI, will play a role in how much you can borrow. Lenders will look at your total debt, which includes student loans, to determine if you can afford the mortgage that you're trying to apply for. Number 20, what is the role of a title company in home buying? The title company ensures that the title to the property is clear and issues insurance to protect you and the lender from any legal claims against the property. In Florida, the title company will also be the one who holds your earnest money and conducts the actual closing on the property, where you sit down with a title agent and sign your closing docs. Once that is completed, you'll be handed the keys to your new home. I sincerely hope you have found this video informative and helpful. Although I know it's probably a little bit or a lot overwhelming if you're just getting started. Of course, if you're looking to purchase a home in the Tampa Bay market, you drastically can reduce any fear you have by simply reaching out to me. And I hope to have the opportunity to serve as your realtor one day. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and no matter where in the world you are seeing this, feel free to reach out if I can help you in any way. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate anywhere in Florida, call or text me now, 813-649-5704. I sell Florida.